Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. Of course it's been long and years, but please don't go anywhere. We have something important to talk about today. Yes. So what I'm going to talk about is going to be a long chat, of course, but just take a cup of coffee or anything and sit around. Don't go anywhere. It might concern you, somebody close to you, or may have experienced something like this. So please sit, and let's tackle this issue together. We shall make it work. And of course, I want to talk about. Things are happening. We watch movies, we see this in the movies, and we think it's just moving. Of course, sometimes there are some fantasies in movies, but yes, those people that act movie, they actually people do actually go to them. They actually do look for stories to act. So, of course, whatever they are acting at, things that are going on. So it's not everything that are fantasies, okay? Some things are going on. And what I'm going to talk about today is not a fantasy. It happens. Okay? So let's go on and talk about it. So a woman, what we're about to talk about today is a woman killing her sister because of her husband. Yes. So before we go on with this, nothing, I would just want to say this real quick. Nothing deserves for you to take somebody's life. Nothing is worth for you to take somebody's life. Not a man, not anything on this earth. Yes, we women do get pregnant and bring our babies into this beautiful world, but we are not the one that make this children. It is God that make it happen. So please, don't take anybody's life because of a man, because of anything in this world. It's not worth it, please. I'm begging. And so, we are going to go on with this. Another question for you guys is, have you ever seen a woman leaves a marriage because the man is impotent? No. Yes, there are some women that leaves their marriage because the man is impotent, but it's very, very slim. It's kind of slim. A lot of women stay in their marriages even when the man is impotent. And why is that? Because they're in love with their husband. Because everything is marriage is not just all about children. Of course, you have children, yes, but it's not all about that. It's two people that fell in love, want to be together forever. So it's not all about children and those stuff. So yes, people still have children without getting married. So yes, it's not all about children. And so the other question is, have you ever seen a man stay with a woman when she have a problem with her womb? No. 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 It doesn't happen. And why? Some of you will say, of course, I know your answers. Yes, a man needs a child. He needs to keep his lineage going on. So and so and so and so and so and so and so on. Does it a woman need a child to keep her lineage going on? Yes. And before we go into that, do you really think it's all about you having a child that is coming from sharing the same DNA with you that can make that person your child? No, that is what we Africa thinks. And this is not right. This has been going on for a very long time, but it's not right. It has to stop. Yes, it has to stop. You can't just say because you can't have a child, because the women are staying there even when their husband are impotent. Some men will send their wives outside to get pregnant, of course, and come back and nobody will know. And the shit will be covered because the wife love her husband. But when it's the woman, she can't have a child, what happens? The man uses this as an excuse to get a second wife. The man uses this as an excuse to maltreat you. No, we are all human. Man or a woman, we have equal rights. And if you are truly in love with this person, you shouldn't say because the person is not able to bear you a child that you should leave this marriage, or the person should leave this marriage, or you start treating the person bad. No. In this Europe where I live, there are a lot of people that get married white. They don't even want to have a child. They just want to get married and enjoy themselves. They are not even thinking about bearing children. A lot of them just have one child, and some of them doesn't want to have child at all. Doesn't mean that there is no love in that marriage. Doesn't mean that the marriage is not going to work. So Africa, we have to stop this. For instance, let's say if you get married to a woman and she can't have a child, there are a lot and lot of options to this. Just like when you get married to a man and the man is impotent, the man tells the woman to go outside and sleep with someone else and get pregnant and come back, and the sheet is covered and nobody knows about it. Yes, you can also do this for your wife as well. And nobody is going to know, just you and your wife. Okay, how is it possible? It's 99 possible, my dear. Let's, for instance, a man and a woman is married and the woman has some issues with her womb. Simple. Take the woman to another state, adopt a child. There are a lot of children in the orphanage home looking for someone to call mommy, daddy. You don't have to throw your wife away. The child must not be related with your DNA for that child to be your child. There are a lot of children in the streets. Pick one and trade that child. And that child, because you are the parents, that child know. So that child is going to honor you. Nobody is even going to find that. Let's say you ask the woman to go to another state and tell people your wife is pregnant. Just the way the woman go outside and get pregnant and bring that child. Yes, you can do this if you love your wife. Take your wife to another state and say your wife is pregnant. 9 months later, you go to an orphanage and adopt a newborn baby. Case closed. Nobody is going to find that. The secret is going to remain with the both of you forever. If you want this to. Nobody is going to know if you went to adopt this child. You can, okay, if you want to have a lot of children, 4 or 5, you can do this every 2 years safe, and nobody will know. You can keep doing it and nobody is going to find that. You can just be going every 2 years to adopt this child until you have the maximum of children you want to have. You can keep doing this. Nobody will know it. You can keep doing it and nobody will know. So, it's not an excuse. It's not an excuse, okay, for you to say because you can't have a child, the woman can't have a child, that you have to throw this woman away. No, it's not happening. Mommy is busy a little bit, so yes, that is my child making the noise on the background. So yes, you don't throw your wife away because she can't have a child. So yes, you can't just throw your, that was my child trying to disturb me, and yes, she's gone. So let's continue. So yes, you can do this also for your wife, and nobody is going to find out that she was not able to bear a child, and you people will live happily ever after. I know the men are going to come after me and say, of course, the man have to have a lineage. This is what you are saying to deceive yourselves. It's just an excuse to marry another wife. Your wife not being able to have a child shouldn't be a reason for you to throw her out of the marriage or the reason for you to maltreat her. So back to my story. Let's go back to what happened and why this woman killed her sister because of her husband. So she couldn't have a child for her husband. They stayed for years and years and years and years, and there was no child forthcoming. So she called her sister and said, please, I don't want another person to come and take over my home. So please, I want you to have a child for my husband. I will pay you any amount. So please just do this for me. And yes, the man slept with her sister, and her sister had 2 kids for her husband. And then she trained this her sister in the university, and everything was done. Nobody knew the girl had a child. It's like they really have money, so they travel to the States when each time the girl is pregnant, and they come back when the child is born. So it was done like this for the 2 kids that they had. So after this, a lot of people were coming to ask of this younger sister's hand in marriage. But no, she did not marry because she was seeing her sister's husband behind her back. After this deal was done and it was covered, nobody knew about this. This girl was still seeing the man behind her sister's back. And the man was built a house for this sister, and this woman did not know that such thing was going on. She thought that her sister has moved on, she's no longer seeing her husband, so everything was perfect in her marriage. But she didn't know that things were still going on between her sister and her husband. So it was after the house that the husband built for the sister. So somehow the woman find out. that the sister was still sleeping with her husband after they have made this deal, after this deal have been cut short. Everything was done. The girl was still sleeping with her husband behind her back, and she was so mad. She was like, my sister, why will you do this to me? I talked to you, I pleaded with you, you would have just told me that you are not able to do this, so why were you doing this? And it didn't end there. Yes, after the sister knew that her sister already know that she's sleeping with her husband, guess what she did? She said, now you already know that I'm sleeping with your husband, so let me just move in. You that does not have a child cannot be there, and me that have the children will just be outside. So she moved in. Yes, she moved in. She was not remorseful about what she did after her sister caught her, after everything blew out. She was not remorseful that, okay, what I did is wrong. I'm sorry, sister. I'm going to leave your husband alone, such things, this and that. No. She moved in and said, now you already know what is going on behind your back. So I guess it's time for me to move in. So she moved in. After she moved in, you know, men, they started, she and her sister, the man and her sister tried to maltreat his first wife because she did not have a child, tried to frustrate her, making her uncomfortable, making life unbearable for her. And what did she do? She killed her sister. Yes. She killed her sister because life was no longer sweet to her. She was so betrayed. Yes, I know what her sister did was so bad. She felt betrayed. You know, this thing that you feel that somebody else cannot do it to you and your blood did this to you. It's kind of frustrating, you know, but like I'm still saying, don't take a life because of a man. You could have just, if I were her, I would have just left the marriage for them. Since I can't have a child, just go to the UK or anywhere, adopt a child and live a life there. Let God judge them. Karma is definitely going to call for them. Don't soil your hands with blood because of these things that happen on earth. So yes, she killed her sister because of this. And this is not a story, it's not a fantasy, this happened. She killed her sister. She said she was so frustrated. She never knew that her sister could do this to her. So she killed her sister. And now, what happens? What happens? The man is going to be there with those kids, take care of them, and possibly marry another woman again. Oh, of course, we know the man is not going to stay like that now. He's going to marry another woman. He's going to marry another woman again. So please, why am I saying this? We should be really, really careful. We should be really, really careful about things we do. Don't take a life because of anyone. And men, please, I'm begging men, this thing you are doing is not fair. A woman does not leave a marriage because you are impotent. So why will you throw this woman out because she can't have a child? For the same issue that if it happened to a woman, to a man, the woman will stick by her husband. You guys married to each other because you are in love, not because she's a baby manufacturing machine. Stay with your wife no matter what. She is your wife. It is for better and for worse. Stay with your wife. Take care of her. Love her. Who knows? God may bless you with kids. Sarah had a child at the age of 90. Stay with your wife. The same way a wife will stay with her husband if her husband is not able to have a child. There is no difference. A man and a woman are the same. We feel the same thing. The woman can just leave and say, my husband is impotent. I can't stay in this marriage. She can leave, but no, she stays there. She covers your shame. She goes out to get pregnant without nobody knowing. So why can't you do the same for her? Why can't you guys go and adopt? There are a lot of lovely kids out there who does not have anybody to call their parents. Why can't you go there and take one of these kids and take care of them and nobody will know? Stop using. Why am I saying this? Is because it's mostly Africa. I've not seen this thing happening in Europe. It's Africa. Our African men, if you can't give them a child, they say, oh, it's not my fault. You know, I love you, baby, but I have to keep my lineage going. The next thing, they bring another woman. No, you don't love her. You don't love her. Yes. If you love her, you are going to adopt a child and stay together with her, because marriage is not all about kids. And if you really want the kids so bad, you adopt one or you adopt two. So please, we should stop breaking our marriage. And of course, thank you for my next video. Thank you guys for sitting with on this chit chat, and comment below on what you think. Um, what your reasons are, if you have seen things like this before, if things like this have happened to you or somebody close to you, you can just comment below. And if you think I'm wrong with what I've said, just comment. But this is my opinion, and I think I'm very, very right. So if you think I'm wrong, please no harsh comments. Just comment below and tell me what you feel about what I just said, this topic. If the men should really change their ways and not be pushing their wife outside or maltreating them because they can't give them a child. So please comment below. And of course, stay tuned, my lovies. And of course, I forgot to wish you guys a happy new year. Happy new year, everyone. This thing get into my head, and I just wanted to like make this video real quick, so I forget to wish you guys a happy new year. Happy new year, everyone. And I hope that your new year will be blessed, and I hope that all your wish come true, or whatever that you have wished for this new year will come to pass, and we are going to see the end of this new year with good health, and nothing bad is going to happen to all of us in Jesus' name. Amen. Stay tuned and stay back. If you guys want me to do a part 2 on this video, just comment below. And if there is anything, you have anything that you want me to talk about, just write me an email on angeljohn228@gmail.com. Yes. And thank you guys for stopping by. Have a nice weekend. Bye.